Hello, and welcome to Montsweag Garage. Today, we are going to work on getting these rear leaf springs in. Yeah, there's a little story behind that. I actually started shooting this video last week. And I decided, we'll start with the driver's side and just kind of muddle our way through as we go. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. This thing is 55 years old. And everything, everything back here was rusted. So when I decided to start with U-bolts, they did not want to cooperate. We tried heat. We tried the WD-40s. We tried wrenching on them like a psychotic gorilla.
Come on, you pansy!
Nothing helped. Since I figured there's not really a whole lot of room on the passenger side to film, let me start with that. Work the kinks out. And then we'll come back to the driver's side and show everybody how nice and smooth things go. Well, yeah. Didn't work out so well either. We cut the U-bolts and we got all the hardware out. And I gotta show you this. So when I said everything was rusted, I mean everything was rusted. So on our front leaf mount here, we actually snapped off these two bolts. And you should take a look at the leaf spring. Yeah, she's about done. You get this rear hanger here. You can see that the center tube that the bolt and everything goes through is blown right out. So we decided we needed to go shopping. So we paid Mancini Racing a visit. So we have nice, new, shiny, and most of all, safe hardware to go with our new rear leaf spring. I have done what I intended to do. The passenger side's actually already done. So let's get into this driver's side. And I can show you guys exactly all the fun that I had getting this swapped out for my very first time. The car does have jack stands under the frames. And we have our jack in the back here supporting axles. So since I've already gone through the whole rigmarole of trying to get those U-bolt nuts off, I'm not wasting my time, and we are going straight into cutting. I believe that I have once again completely failed to record.
How many times do we have to go through this?
So we've cut the U-bolts off this side. So next step is going to be to drop this leaf hanger. And as you can see, it is very, very well loved. So we're going to give it a little impact and hope this works. There we go. Get on the bolt. One. Failing. There we go. Boing.
Dumbass.
Next up, we're going to do the same for these two and the two up here that you can't see because, yes, I don't have a lift. This is where I had the fun earlier. Hey, one no snappy. Doubt. These lights stick great in the middle. They don't stick so well to undercoating. Haha! Metal. All right. Bolt does not want to come out of socket. Ooh, stop bumping the camera, moron. All right. Now the reason we have the wobbly bit. Wow. support that a little bit. That was a whole lot of nope. Hey, moron. Helps if you go the right way. Spring is deleted. Now, I'm going to go clean up these bolts from the rear hanger because I don't have any more. And we're going to clean that thing up. U-bolt retainer slash shock mount slash thing that I don't know the name of. Leave me alone. When I come back, I'm going to assemble the spring with all the hardware. We're going to get it installed. I'm going to put it in, and it's all going to be nice and party. We're going to go ahead and get our rear shackle set up. So I'm just going to start bushing. Shackle. Bushing. Now for the actual hanger, I have this oriented to the car in the direction that it's going to be because I did not do this on the passenger side and I paid for it. Ended up having to take the shackle off and reorient it after everything was bolted to the car, which was not fun. So all I'm doing right now is got the shackle on, got our rear mount on. I'm just going to put these on hand tight so they kind of stay where they need to go. They're words. They stay where they need to go, but they're still loose enough to move around and manipulate. We're going to do the same thing with our front side hanger. This has already got bushings in it. Just slide that through, put our bolt through. Ta-da! She's ready to hang. So once I managed to wrestle this thing back up there, oh yeah, got a backing plate and brand new hardware. It's time to get this bad boy put back in. We're just going to slide this into place for right now. Gonna get my hardware ready. Take our front hanger, put it in place. There we go. Get the back plate in. We just put these nuts in hand tight to hold everything in place while we put the rear up. This one's going to be less fun. So we went ahead, cleaned up our bolts a little bit, ran it through a die to get all the crap out of the threads. Hopefully, they'll go back in nice and easy now. Ow! Oh, look at that. Smooth as butter. Now, where's the other one? There we go. Started, not cross-threaded. Now it's time to get these new U-bolts in. Carefully. Just holes.
No, you idiot.
I are smart. I'm going to drop this axle down a bit. Maybe. Help us line up with the perch. Ha-ha! Now that we have the perch somewhat in place on the spring, we have the U-bolt through the keeper / shock mount. Go ahead and take these and tighten them down. You may be saying to yourself, those U-bolts are way too long. No, they're not. Well, we got most of it before the battery died. We'll just go right onto the torque wrench. Don't pay attention to that. Nothing happened there. I did not just loosen that.
Knucklehead!
These are going to get torqued down to 40 foot-pounds. With the U-bolts back on, we're going to go ahead and torque down our mounting brackets so they stay in place. All the ugga-duggas. Look at that. All shiny. Don't pay attention to this. We're going to fix this eventually. Oh, never mind. You can't even see it. Now, one thing that I noticed is when I lift up the axle to actually put the shock on the shock mount, because it needs to go up, this part of the shackle tends to go up. I don't want it to go up. I want it to go down. So I'm going to take a pry bar, put it in here, and hold it down while I raise the axle up. That'll cause this whole thing to roll back enough. And hopefully it stays that way when we get the wheel on and drop it onto the ground. Because what I don't want is this shackle to come up and hit the bottom of the car. So let's see if I can do this left-handed. Pull this down. Try to hold it in place. So jack the axle up. Oh, needs to come up a little bit more to get the shock on. All right. So there we are. Shock is mounted. Probably needs a couple of ugga-duggas. Oh, no squishy. And there we go. Spring is replaced. Now it's time to get this tire on and get her on the floor. See how that stance looks. I'm excited. Go ahead and get my lights out of here. Before I forget them. Turn them off so I don't shine them in my eyes, because that was not fun. No, don't get the... Almost took out the camera. Let me get this big beast on here. Yeah. It's good enough for now. Let's get it on the ground. We'll torque them up later. This is the before shot. Then, once we're done, get a good comparison. See how she looks. Oh, hell yes. That is a much better stance. That is exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that makes me so happy. Well, there you have it. Dart's got a butt lift, and it looks great. I love it. Can't be happier. Now I'll just have to wait for all the snow to go away so we can take her out for a test spin. Thanks for joining us while I fumbled my way through this part of the project. But if you liked what you saw, there's more in the playlist right here. Adios, muchachos.